will be on the field today trying to push their team to victory. It's Wilson Seahawks going up against Carr's Raiders. With that, we'll get you out to Oakland. So we'll hand it over to our colleagues, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. We are here on a beautiful afternoon for football. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Seattle Seahawks and the Oakland Raiders. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And Mr. Cooper Amari, a headliner in this offensive unit.
Brandon, it's rare that you get guys so polished coming out of college. But Amari Cooper has carried himself like a pro probably since he was 6 years old. He is a terrific talent.
Here we go. Wide and yay.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So what will they do? On the ground, through the air, let's see. 2nd and 9. Shotgun now for Carr. Complete, the tight end Rivera. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
All right, here we go.
On first down, Murray. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
4 yards remaining now on 2nd down.
Hey, we're going to rally. Rally. All right, here we go.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr sliding out of the pocket. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The big tight end, Clive Walford, the intended target. And it'll bring up 3rd down. And a look at Seattle's defense.
Michael Bennett's one of the best pass-rushing defensive linemen in the game. Normally plays defensive end. But when they go to those nickel packages and he works inside, look out, offensive guards. You've got a problem.
An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. Now Carr, brought in by Walford, right side. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now Carr.
Oh, I was there.
And he'll be taken down, but not before getting
CJ, I was there, bro. Hey, bro, I was there, bro. I was there.
The defense relaxed because they thought maybe they'd stop them on 3rd down.
Dang, I was there, bro.
Protect the sticks very well. Boy,
I was there.
That's a big-time pickup right there.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
All right, here we go. Red 18.
Carr turns, hands to Murray, and able to push his way forward here for a good little gain.
Dude had the ball
4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write.
See, that's what I'm talking about. I don't like that,
a good
man.
first down run. That's what an offense calls
This
staying
accelerated
on
clock
schedule.
be killing the
3 to 4
game.
yards on first down. You're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Throwing now is Carr. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And they're going to face a 3rd down. And now the offense operates in the red zone.
A nickel look by Seattle on 3rd down.
Yep, 5 defensive backs now. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
Yeah, dude had the ball the whole first quarter. That's what I'm talking about. Stuff like that. Dude had the ball the whole first quarter. Like, what?
So the chains are on their sides. It's 1st and goal from the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster. It all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
On play action, it's Carr. He'll buy some time right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it, incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Carr now on 3rd and goal. Finding time.
Oh.
Are in for 6. Touchdown. Derek Carr taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. And that makes it 7-zip Oakland. Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. Tyler Lockett now on the return. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. They start on the ground with Rawls. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result. Because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move to influence the defensive front to go in that direction and create the space back.
Bro, come on, catch the ball.
But you're exactly right. Didn't move it. Sat there waiting for him and made the play. We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you the wrong way. But the bottom line is, that's a pass
now
he's got to have.
This bad boy off.
Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd. Curse goes in motion right. And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
Wilson. He hits Jermaine Curse. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. NFL teams last year a little under 50% on 4th down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. He finds his man, Baldwin. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him.
Man, let me throw the ball, bro.
They got him for a sack. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss.
Louis bring that weak blitz, man. That weak old blitz. God, I'm always the 2nd and 19 off. Always something, bro.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
First down, this is Rawls. fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. On second down, Rawls. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We'll come back to Oakland after this. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
Probably a little bit of a surprise call there on 3rd and inches that they decided to throw the football. And how difficult is that for an offensive line when they look up and see all those extra bodies coming at them?
Tons of bodies coming in. They get a huge sack there. Give him 25 yards on the play there. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. On 2nd down, Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Tyler Lockett from 8 yards out. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing
I missed the field goal.
And it's
Freak.
no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Hauschka is following the score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they're
Sack. Fumble. Get it.
Fumble. But I think the Raiders are going to be... And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So they almost turn it over there. Scary moment. 2nd down here. Shotgun now for Carr. He's got time in the pocket.
Sack.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. On 3rd and long, it's Carr surveying the field. And this one complete to Seth Roberts. And 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
All right.
Carr now on 1st down. He's got time. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. He was trying to get it to Seth Roberts. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it.
Here we go.
Carl try it again on second down. Finding time. All kinds of time. That is caught right at the 10-yard line.
That's crazy, bro. I ain't tripping right now.
Here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Here we go.
Carr to throw again. That is caught at the 7-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation.
Yeah,
how about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Good
so
job,
on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So put 3 on the board, but from inside the 5. And I know we use this phrase a lot, but that's a big-time win for the defense.
It sure is. You've got the short field behind you, so you can afford to turn up the pressure. And that was a nice sequence there to keep them out of the end zone.
And here come the Seahawks. They won the NFC West, wrapping it up in Week 15. They've won it 4 in the last 5 years, Charles.
Like,
and
like
New England has been able to do is
I'm
dwarfed everything else, but that's a pretty good run out west, is it not?
It's a fantastic run because, remember, we were talking about the NFC West being the most competitive division in football for about a 3-year stretch there between them and San Francisco. Remember, the Rams played all of them tough. Arizona got involved in the whole deal. So it's a great run by them, and they don't believe that they're finished, not by any stretch of the imagination. They're looking to get one of the home field advantages in the playoffs.
Lockett the return. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
Let's see what they weakness is.
Close game, but they're going to
right
need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. All right, as we sit here right now, let's look after Week 15 teams that are in. Seahawks clinching NFC West, NFC East Cowboys in, AFC West Raiders, and then, of course, the Patriots out of the AFC East. Who do you like?
I tell you what, it's still hard for me to go against the Patriots, even though we know that Gronk won't play throughout the playoffs. They know how to adjust better than any team in football. But Dallas, I know people want to find a way to knock them out of this deal. I think that youth will be served for Dallas, and what Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott are giving them, I think the rest of the team is feeding off of it.
One team I didn't mention maybe that could make some noise, who?
I would say Green Bay, because they still have a chance to win the NFC North in a showdown possibly with Detroit in the final week of the season. And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
They go again with Rawls.
Oh, I should have turned it up.
About the 43 that time. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
From the gun on third down, Wilson. He finds his man, Baldwin. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that.
Too much
we
stuff.
saw that indeed, picking up the first. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Looking to speed things up here. Going with some tempo. A fake to Rawls. Now it's Wilson. And down he goes. Brought down.
Man, stop trying to gas this nigga, man. Dang,
I've been trying to play Darius for money for like...
Dang.
Look, you sound scared, don't you? I'm trying to play Darius for money for the longest time, but you're not ready for
this
it.
game right here. Y'all been
Long way to go on 3rd down.
I've been asking Darius to throw up 5 on it for the longest time, bro. He's not ready for it. He don't want that.
I give you a 5. You need to do that, man.
On 3rd down, Wilson.
Right now, I've been good. I've been about my...
Only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
They didn't get the first down, but
Hey, all I gotta see is diamonds. They look like the
like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first.
About the 4
Give
yards.
him 7 on the play, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive.
I'm like, yeah, we're gonna need you to come up out of that game. Good.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Going right side here, and that's complete. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And
come on, Jimmy.
There, a nice hit, jars the ball free, and brings up 3rd down.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the 2nd half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He
I'm about to hop up into a match.
We've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
On both sides of the ball.
Wilson will throw again. And he's got Lockett. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5.
He went full scale, loose,
flexible,
finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key 1st down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. Throwing again here, Wilson. That's caught at the 2. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
That nigga said fruit salad time.
The offense looks to try to punch it in.
Oh, no way in the heck, yo.
Lose yardage here.
What the heck?
Now 3rd down.
Go to the NFL guys.
Throw the boy up in that. Oh, watch me with them. Watch me. Whoa.
That's crazy how that happened.
Not even just in tempo, but maybe
line splits. But how can tell me how a linebacker, like, they be running down running backs. Like, it's crazy.
Oh, you talking about these? Oh yeah, these defensive linemen, they be juiced up out here.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. That's caught at the 1. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting him, keeping him from the
dang it!
Stopped him in his tracks. Well, close game, 2nd half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game
I just can't believe that just happened.
Best opportunity so far, and they come away with nothing.
Oh my God, they have to work on
Looks
that,
like
bro.
the defense in press coverage here.
Oh, this nigga running up.
Murray the lone setback. And they'll give it to him here. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency.
I can't believe that, bro.
But when you run the ball in the first
Dang, I
drive,
can't believe
it's
that,
not
man.
a tendency breaker at all.
It's
That's just trying to
4-4, man.
establish
What we
yourself
made, bro.
as you move forward.
Back now in
Are
the
you down?
East Bay.
Yes,
It's the Raiders
bro.
with the lead
Dang.
and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. 2nd down following the run.
Hey, we're gonna rally. Rally. Here we go.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. They'll roll him out right. Oh, he's got a little daylight. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Yep, that's not working.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll run here. It's Murray. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Now they'll throw with Carr.
I missed the field goal, bro.
For a right side.
Yeah, damn.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Clive Walford, 55 yards. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really
This is a bad idea to try to start a new playbook. I mean,
today's NFL, those tight ends
I just need to hurry up and win this game to get out of here.
or maybe even
So I can
sometimes
go
bigger
back to my
running
old
backs.
playbook 'cause
They
it's
just put
not
them in a
working out
position to
already.
get a great matchup and make plays like that.
And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before.
Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sean Smith. And
Rock?
he's